Welcome to Discourse. I am Sushil Pandey. Nepal and China are very close friends from the very long time. Now they are celebrating 60 years of their formal relationship in the near future. Today we are going to talk about the relationship between Nepal and China with Xinhua News Agency's Nepal Bureau Chief, Mr. Zhou Shengping. Welcome to the show, Mr. Zhou.
Thank you.
How are the relationship between Nepal and China now?
Firstly, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Sushil Pandey, and your respected ABC TV station for giving me an opportunity to talk about China and Nepal relations. I'm very happy to be here, and I'm also very happy to see China and Nepal enjoying a very good relations. China and Nepal are close neighbors and good friends. In politics, Nepal is a small nation, but it means a lot to China. Nepal's stability directly helps China's Tibet peace and prosperity. In economics, Nepal is a poor country, but Nepal has the potential to become a developed nation in the future. At the same time, Nepal is China's Tibet biggest partner abroad. In culture, Nepal's Buddhist culture has influenced China for a long time. So, in a word, China and Nepal are tied together in their destinies, and they are dependent on each other.
China and Nepal are physically adjoining together,
Yes.
But do you think the relationship is good enough, or we can also strengthen the relationship between Nepal and China?
At present, it's good enough, and the People's Republic of China and Nepal has established their former diplomatic relations on August 1st, 1955.
1955.
So next year it will 60 anniversary.
Yes, it has completed 60 years.
Next year.
The formal relationship between Nepal and China has completed 60 years next year in 2015.
Yes. So next year, China's President Xi Jinping is likely to visit Nepal, and during the annual APEC Economic Leaders Meeting held in Beijing last month, Xi Jinping said, "Neighbors and friends become closer when they visit each other more often." After realizing that the labor relations have become the priority of China's diplomacy, everybody should believe that China and Nepal relations have a bright future.
Bright future. You have said that Nepal has influenced China in terms of Buddhist religion. What is the condition of Buddhism in China now, or how Chinese Buddhists perceive Nepal as a birthland of Buddha?
If we look back on the history, the first thing about Nepal is a story about Buddha. So Buddhist religion is a wonderful bridge between Nepal and China.
But I have heard that most of the Chinese people even do not know that Nepal owes the birthplace of Buddha. Is that right?
It's partly right. Then this is another thing. It concerns the communication. The cultural communication, also the culture, maybe the cultural gap. So we need to understand each other more.
Also language barrier.
That's a return to your last question. The relationship between Nepal and China is good enough, but we still need to strengthen.
How can we strengthen the relationship between Nepal and China then?
there are many ways. Yeah, like in culture field. Yeah, we Nepal should make more videos, filmed about Buddhism culture. Then these films, these programs will broadcast in China. Then Chinese people will understand Nepal more. Then they will be attracted to this holy place.
Yeah. You have said that language barrier and also cultural barrier are some two main obstacles that do not allow Nepal and China relationship to be strong. Yeah. Then how can we break through that kind of restrictions? For example, how can we exchange culture from Nepal and China and make the people to be acquainted? For example, Nepali people should know the culture of Chinese culture, and Chinese people should know Nepali culture. How can we do that?
Let me tell you a small story. Last year, there is a very famous film about Nepal. The title is Up to the Wind. This film tells a story about some Chinese people who are searching for happiness in Nepal. After watching this movie, many Chinese people have a dream of visiting Nepal. So they come here. But this famous, not so many Nepalese friends know this film. They have no idea about this film.
Yeah.
They get the information from Chinese tourists visiting here. I think this is a very good movie to promote China-Nepal relations, to erase the barriers between our two countries. But Nepal, but our two nations fail to make best use of this film.
Or we can also exchange films, cultural programs also.
Yes.
Or music also, songs also, we can exchange. We can have such kind of different programs in China and Nepal also.
Yeah. Now, many local organizations, when they organize some programs about music, international dances like this, they need some materials from China, but they cannot find these things. They even asked our Xinhua news agency for help. It shows that there are still many things we can do to strengthen our ties.
It is assumed that it is said that China is going to be the old superpower in near future. And China is so near with Nepal. And what do you think? How can Nepal take benefit with China economically?
Yeah, and China is the world's largest developing country. Yeah, China's rise is a blessing to all developing countries, including Nepal. I'm not the economic expert who can analyze the economic situation for you, and I'm also not a businessman who can share you how to do business, making money.
You are a media person, then I'm asking how media can play a role to take benefit, to have a mutual benefit between Nepal and China.
Yeah. First, what I can do is to point out some superstitions among Nepalese people's mind. Superstition. The first superstition is that China has a magical grant, and China has made many miracles. But in my opinion, it's not true. China has no magical grant. There is also no miracle, economic miracle. Do you know what China speed means? China speed. For example, if a company wants to build a building, then this company will hire many workers and divide these workers into 3 batches or groups. One group works from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. The second
12 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours.
8 hours.
The second group also has to work for 8 hours. Then the third in turn.
Yeah.
That means the building site is busy 24 hours a day.
Hard working is the secret of China's development, it means.
Yeah.
China is developing because they work hard.
Yes. Yes.
China's development. Behind that there is no magical wand, as you said.
Yes. There's all.
Then what should Nepal learn from China? Hard working, laborious nature, what others?
First, you should understand, why China developed so well. What are the secrets behind
that
China's success?
Yeah.
So
that
there
is what I'm
no,
asking.
There is another superstition
In Nepali people?
Yeah.
What is that?
That Nepal can easily take advantage of China's development. Some Nepalese people even think now China is very rich. China can give Nepal more, donate more, then Nepal will become rich too. I don't think it's true. There is no free lunch in the world. No country can become really rich and powerful just through foreign aid and donation. So my suggestion for Nepalese people, for making the best use of China's opportunities, we should learn from China, to understand China. This will help Nepal find the best way to realize its own prosperity.
Then how can we develop people-to-people relationship between Nepal and China?
This is a very good question. You know, why talking about the China-Nepal relations? We often mean three kinds of relations. One is government to government. One is political party to political party. The third is people to people. In my opinion, the people-to-people relations are the weakest, but it is also the most promising.
Important factor also,
Yeah.
to strengthen relationship between two countries.
Yeah. Why? Because of different political systems and social structures
between Nepal and China.
In these two nations. In China, the Communist Party of China, CPC, is the main powerful party in China.
Ruling party.
Yeah, ruling party. And under its leadership, China's government manages the whole country with most of the resources. But if we look at Nepal, the situation is quite different. How many parties
Nepal
are there in Nepal?
Nepal has a multi-party system, multi-party democratic Republican nation, Nepal.
Yeah. So how many parties are there in the Constitution Assembly? 30, maybe 30. Yeah. So how many?
More than 2 dozens.
Yeah.
Three dozens, sorry.
How many major parties in Nepal's politics? Maybe 4 or 5. Yeah. So it's quite a different
the political
situation.
System is different.
Different. So but when dealing with Nepal, China is used to focus on government to government, party to party relations. But now China has found it is difficult to deal with so many political parties.
I'm not asking about the relationship between government to government or party to party. I'm asking the relationship between people to people. How can we make relationship
Yes,
very
that's
strong?
right. But first, I have to make it clear that China's focus now is on people, is on government to government and party to party. But in the future, China will pay more attention to people relations. You know, Nepal's government is weak. It is reported that in the past few decades, and the average lifespan of each Nepal government is less than 2 years.
Yeah.
So your government is always changing.
Yeah.
So, but
Nepal
the Chinese
is
government
in transition, and it has not any political stability now. But we are making constitution. We are promulgating new constitution, and we hope that Nepal hopes that new constitution will give new government, stable government, and new political system. We are hoping that. But let me know that you are a media person. You are bureau chief of Xinhau news agency. And how can we develop relationship between Nepal and China through media?
Through media. Yeah, media. Media is media is a very important bridge. To make people understand each other more.
Yeah.
So now Chinese media's existence presence in Nepal have been expanding. Like now now Chinese media, Xinhua news agency has more than 4 decades history here. Also
more than 1 decade history in Nepal.
More than 40 years.
Oh,
40 years.
40 years.
Also, China Radio International has good cooperation with the local stations. Also, China News Service, another news agency in China, now also has staff working here. So, China's media expanding its influence in Nepal.
Then we can also extend some programs also to strengthen the relationship between Nepal and China through media.
Yes.
Now we are at the end of the program, Mr. Zhou. Let me know that Nepal has just hosted 18th SAARC summit in Kathmandu.
Yes.
And it is said that China is also trying to get a membership of SAARC.
Yes.
Or it tries to get more role, for example, like a dialogue partner in SAARC.
It's true.
What do you think about that?
China, if we have to understand China's ambitions, in the international arena, China's presence now expanding everywhere, all over the world, not just in South Asia. It is true. It is natural for China to develop better relations with South Asia. In South Asia,
does it mean China wants membership of SAARC, or it tries to get some more role like a dialogue partner in South Asia SAARC?
In my opinion, China has such intention, but the result does not depend on China itself, because according to SAARC's chapter, if China wants to be a member, each member state has to agree. So it's not easy.
8 member states of SAARC have to agree.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not easy for China to become a member in the near future. But I think there are many ways out for China playing more role in South Asia, even in SAARC. Like we can adopt a SAARC +1 model. China is the one.
It is said that Nepal has great potentialities in tourism field sector. And China has much populations. and Nepal can be a tourist destination for Chinese tourists.
Yeah.
How can we develop, or how can Nepal develop? How can Nepal attract Chinese tourists to Nepal?
You know, the exchange or communication in tourism field is very promising. You know, last year more than 100,000 Chinese tourists visiting Nepal. Also, you know, about half lakh Nepalese people visiting China last year. And this year, I think more than 1 lakh Chinese tourists.
1 lakh.
Yeah, 100, more than 100,000 Chinese.
100,000 means
Yeah,
in
more
Nepal,
than.
1 lakh. Yeah.
More than.
This year.
Yeah, this year.
More than 1 lakh Chinese tourists visited Nepal this year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to develop people-to-people relations, tourism is a very good channel.
Yeah. Then we can strengthen relationship between Nepal and China through different perspectives, different aspects, like through media, through tourism, people-to-people relationship.
Yeah. Yes.
But how can we achieve such kind of dream?
You know, I think Nepal should do more. Like for example, many rich Chinese people, they think to travel to Nepal is unsafe.
Why? Why unsafe?
Because there are many reports about Nepal's accidents, air crashes,
road accidents.
Yeah, so they think it's very dangerous it's very risky to travel to Nepal.
Yeah,
but in fact, you know,
Mrs. Zhou, why you only report then about the accidents? Yeah, accident is a common phenomenon in China also, in other countries also.
Yes, but you know, Nepal is a small country. Nepal is also a mountainous country. You know, because I often report Nepal. Then this accident about reports about the accidents and the air crash are very important part of my.
Because I request you to not only report the road accidents but also the natural beauty of Nepal and the other qualities of Nepal to visit here.
Of course, I have been trying to convey positive message to Chinese readers about Nepal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhou, for joining us. Today we have talked with Xinhua News Agency's Nepal Bureau Chief, Mr. Zhou Shengping. Thank you for watching. Stay with us. Goodbye and namaste.